again, everybody. Welcome to another Hall County Sports Television Game of the Week presented by North Georgia Video Productions. I'm Gary Glenn along with Dick Horde. We're coming to you tonight from Valhalla, the home of the East Hall Vikings, where we will be presenting one of the most storied rivalries, not only in Hall County, but in all of Georgia sports, Gainesville and East Hall. Dick, these teams come in and their history is just replete with region and state championships. And this time, though, it's just kind of for bragging rights because they're not even in the same league anymore.
Yeah, they're in different divisions. Gainesville in 8B AAA and East Hall in 8A AA. And so it doesn't count in anything but pride and in your state rankings possibly for East Hall at the moment. But that doesn't count either because we're getting close to tournament time, and that's when it all begins to count.
So, of course, the capacity crowd on hand, nowhere to sit, nowhere to park.
Had to park down at the old gym and walk up.
Yeah, I'm over there somewhere out in the East Hall, I think. But nevertheless, we are here tonight, and Coach Todd Cottrell with the Gainesville Red Elephants, he's finally got those football players, a lot of whom signed with people this National Signing Day. He's got them into basketball shape, and the Red Elephants playing pretty well.
Yeah, they're on a 5-game winning streak right now, Gary, and for the year they're 8-2 in the region and then 15-6 overall. So, yeah, it's a good, strong team. East Hall, on the other hand, 8-0 in their region, undefeated, and they're 17-5, and both of them are coming in off big wins. Not much competition this past week for East Hall. They had two 30-point blowouts against East Hall and then against Fannin.
And Gainesville, of course, really waxed up on Lanier. But Coach Todd Cottrell, as we said, kind of got his team playing together now, and he had a chance to talk with Dick Horde just a few moments ago.
With Todd Cottrell of the Red Elephants. And, Coach, your team has been on a Red Elephant streak right now. You've got some hot guys.
Well, we're playing better, and good time to start playing better. Hopefully we continue to play better tonight and into the region tournament.
You've played these guys before and lost twice in very close games, and I know this game does not count in the standings, but it's a matter of pride, right?
Absolutely. East Hall Gainesville is a fantastic game to be a part of, and we're just blessed to be playing right now.
What do you do to try to get over the top in this one tonight?
Hope we can lock about 5 of them in our locker room would be the first thing, but I think you got to play great defense and take care of the ball, and if you can make more 50-50 plays than the other team, I think you have a good chance to win.
Was it a little difficult? You got some football players out here. Was it a little difficult to get the football out of them at the beginning of the season? Is that why you're getting better now?
Well, part of that, but mainly our guys, we're getting excellent senior leadership right now. Our assistant coaches have done a fantastic job the last part of the year, and we're defending a lot better. Those are probably the 3 biggest things that's happened with us right now.
All right, well, we wish you luck tonight, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And, of course, the Vikings, Dick, coached by Joe Dix, veteran coach, was a long-time assistant under Coach Seth Vining, who, by the way, has gone over the 700 victory margin now. And when Seth went to Lakeview, Coach Dix stepped in. They didn't miss a beat.
And if Seth lives long enough, he'll get that 1,000 mark.
He just might. He's, of course, a great guy and a class act. But Coach Joe Dix, as you said, got the Vikings playing well. They play a lot of people. They spread the scoring around, and that's one of the things. They just keep running people at you.
And they have such great tradition, and you expect this running game out of Joe Dix. They've been doing this for years. They get up and down the court. They run it. They got great athletes. They're trying to get back to the state championship this year. They hadn't won one since 2005. They were runners-up in 2007. But the tradition here is really awesome, Gary.
2 programs with great tradition. And Joe Dix also had a chance to talk with Dick Horde.
With Coach Joe Dix. Coach, you had a couple of games this week that were really blowouts. You got a different game tonight.
Absolutely. We played well in the first 2 games this week, took care of business on the road, so hopefully we'll come out and play well tonight.
This is a big rivalry. You're not in the same region anymore, but is this game still a big one for you?
Oh, absolutely. Kids, we were just talking about it. It's tradition. The kids going after each other. Kids are good friends too. A lot of them go to church together, play AAU together. So it's not one of those hate things, but it's certainly I want to outdo my friend.
You've beat them twice so far this year in very close games. Do you just do something different? It's hard to beat somebody 3 times, or just play your game?
Yeah, we just play our game. We know what they're going to do. They know what we're going to do. And I think it's about whoever executes the best. And got to control the glass. They're such a good rebounding team. And if we do that, I like our chances.
One personal note, quickly, you blew out two opponents. You blew out your Achilles, too. I mean, you're limping around. You had some surgery.
I did. Freak accident, jumping up and down before the game with my guys. I've done that for 15 years and wasn't even anything to it, and just popped my Achilles. Wound up having surgery last Wednesday, so I'm on the mend right now.
Didn't slow you down. You're here.
No, I didn't miss any games. I missed one practice and was able to get back. My wife's been a unbelievable asset in helping me get around a little bit, and I'm driving again now, so it's all right.
Always good to talk with you, Coach, and appreciate your time being with us here.
Always, guys. Appreciate y'all being here with us. All right.
Thank you.
The Vikings and the Elephants set to go head-to-head right here on the Hall County Sports Television Game of the Week.
Hey, I'm Crazy Larry G. I'll sell you anything that walks, crawls, slides, or glides. Give me this opportunity to save you some money. I will beat any price on any piece of furniture in the state of Georgia, North Carolina, Waxahachie, Texas, any place at all. I want to earn your business, and that I will earn it by saving you money and saving you on anything that you buy at G's Home Furnishings and Appliances. Just remember, I may be high on the hill, but I got the lowest prices in the valley. And if you buy it anywhere else, we both lose money.
What does Applied Images Incorporated mean? It means real people answering the phone. It means real people servicing your business or school. Quick response along with quality production is demanded in our world of business today, and no one knows that better than Applied Images Incorporated. After years of working with graphic artists, marketing managers, public relations departments, architects, and engineers, we have developed an extensive experience in our trade that is second to none. We excel in our knowledge of graphics and printing, signs, banners, posters, brochures, training manuals for schools and businesses. And now, custom t-shirt printing is available. You must see our line of t-shirt designs. What does Applied Images Incorporated mean? It means quick response, quality production, and real people answering the phone. Churches, businesses, schools, picnics, trade show displays. Call us today for any printing or graphics needs that you may have. Applied Images Incorporated at Gainesville White Print, 312 Bradford Street in Gainesville, 770-534-2086.
Dick, the moment of silence just observed was a stunning thing to you and I, a man that both of us have known well and have worked with in high school sports. Wayne Bradshaw, former head football coach at here, many-time official at Georgia Olympics in Jefferson. Wayne Bradshaw, sudden heart attack, has claimed his life. His son Joe is up at North Hall, and that is really something.
Quite a blow, and the first I've heard about it is coming here to the gymnasium tonight. That was a shock to me to hear about that, and our condolences.
Wayne was a great guy.
To the family.
All right.
Starting lineups being introduced. Trey Harrison is a sophomore guard. He's 5'7", the leading assist man with 4.5 a game. Keandrick Sadler, number 20, a senior, is a forward. He's a 6'3" senior. Quan Holcomb, number 23, averaging 14 a game, a 6'1" guard senior. Jaquan Cantrell, a 6'4" forward, sophomore, and A.J. Johnson, a senior, 6'4" forward for Gainesville. Trey Perry introduced for East Hall, and he's followed by Keemon Woods, the point guard, averaging 16 a game. J.C. Hampton, a guard, averages 19 a game. He's a 45% shooter from the three-point outlet. Sterling Bailey, the senior, 6'6" center, headed to Georgia for a football scholarship. And Chris Orr, 6'5" forward, a junior, who's their leading blocker. 5 blocks a game, and we're just about set for basketball. The officials for tonight's game are Greg Norton, Kenny Austin, and Jeff Ford. As you take a look right now at the Gainesville bench.
All right. Won't be hard to tell these guys apart tonight. Gainesville all in the red and black with the white numbers. East Hall in the home white unis trimmed in the gold and black with the black numerals. And let's see. who they're going to let jump center. Shaquan Cantrell has taken the center post for the Red Elephants, and number 52, Chris Orr for the Vikings. Greg Norton tosses it up, and we are underway. Gainesville controls it. Trey Harrison, who wears number 3. A nice feed, and Gainesville has scored right off the bat. Harrison the assist. Gildrick Sadler got the bucket, and here comes East Hall the other way. Keemon Woods tries to get it down low. It's going to be stolen away by A.J. Johnson. The big guy can move, which is one of the reasons Tennessee was interested in him, and Dick, surprisingly enough, Georgia never said boo to him, and he was really kind of ticked about that. Harrison on the dish to A.J., blocked by Orr. Saved by A.J., they get it back. Sadler's got it. Driving high off the glass, and the stick back, I think, is going to be by the man who missed the first shot. Shaquan Cantrell, he's got 2, and it's 4-0 East Hall. Fast and furious action right off the bat. Dre Perry on the dribble, guarded by Harrison. Off on the wing. And fumbling it out of bounds is Joshua J.C. Hampton.
It's the second turnover already for East Hall. And not a good start for them as Gainesville. Now they're going to get an easy basket.
And
that's a turnover by Gainesville.
And a quick bucket by J.C. Hampton.
Man-to-man full court press, another steal.
And a foul as Dre Perry stole it and took it to the rack. And that's going to be a shooting foul. Harrison's first foul and first team foul.
Both teams playing good, tight defense here in the early goings, Gary.
Dre Perry steps to the free throw line. Nice rotation, but it hit the front of the iron and kicked away. So he's 0 for 1. 4-2 is where it remains. Gary Glenn, Dick Horde come to hit the back of the iron that time. He was short, then he was long as Sadler got the rebound. Sadler off to Cantrell, takes it, blocked by Orr. And they probably going to pick up a foul on Orr. Nope, I think it's before he got there, Dick.
No, they're going to call the foul on number 50.
32.
Well, let's see if they call it on 32. Bailey. Yep, with a foul.
Cantrell has got 3 points. This one is on the way. Nothing but net. He's got 4. 6-2. Perry on the dribble. Pulls up for the three-pointer. Nothing but net. He missed the 2 foul shots and then hit the three-point shot. 6-5 Gainesville. As big A.J. Johnson will bring it up the court. A.J., he's not scared to take it to the rack and does.
Nice drive all the way to the basket
by the big fella. Johnson goes at least 6'4". Perry on the jump pass. Gets it over to Bailey. Bailey to Orr. Orr looks for help. Might have gotten away with a walk. Out of bounds, and it'll be touched by Gainesville. Last, it'll be East Hall basketball.
Mike Norman, a senior coming into the game. One of those football players headed up to Mars Hill. And for East Hall, Chaz Cheeks. He's a football player going to Georgia Tech. So
we got some marvelous athletes out here on the floor tonight. Dre Perry gets it in to Chaz. Off to Keemon Woods. Keemon fumbles, and then they travel when they collided. Keemon collided with J.C. Hampton. Turned it over.
Both teams have turned it over 3 times here in the first 2 minutes and a few seconds.
All the way down low. Blocked. And here comes East Hall the other way. A long three-point shot. J.C. Hampton. And we're tied at 8.
Well, East Hall's going to have to play a little D. They're letting too many men just go uncontested to the basket. Joe Dix agrees. He's going to let his team know about it as he takes a timeout.
We were tied briefly at 8. But it's timeout on the court, and it's 10-8. Gainesville over East Hall with 5:23 to play in the first. We're back in a moment. The Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week. In the red corner, the little guy holding prices down for all of Hall County, Dave's Goody Barn. And in the blue corner, the heavyweight full price leader eating your lunch daily, the Big Box Store.
Well, Mike, what do we know about the contender?
Dan, if you're tired of paying high prices, go on down and visit the good folks at Dave's Goody Barn. The buyers for the store travel the globe searching for the greatest deals so the savings can be passed along to you. They purchase from insurance companies due to fires, floods, and other natural disasters. Most of this merchandise is in near perfect condition. Now, back to the fight. Let's get ready to rumble!
Holy cow, Mike! Dave just KO'd the Big Box Store in the first round.
Well, like I said, Dan, if you're tired of paying high prices, hurry on down to Dave's Goody Barn or visit their website at davesgoodybarn.com, because what's there today may be gone tomorrow.
Imagine 3 football fields of the most unbelievable pre-loved office furniture. That's what just arrived at School Tools and Office Pros. Team Office Pros is doing the touchdown dance while saving you money on chairs for executives, managers, students, and teachers starting at $19.99. Bookcases for lawyers, accountants, classrooms, and libraries starting at $24.99. File cabinets for medical, legal, professional, and personal starting at $49.99. Desks for college students, businesses, and home office starting at $99.99.
Unbelievable!
All right, huge crowd on hand here tonight. Gary Glenn along with Dick Horde. As Cheeks inbounds to Perry. Dre will bring it up across the line. Cheeks to Perry. Sterling Bailey is setting a big pick in the lane. Perry thought about a shot. Instead, he's going to get it off to Hayden Chapman, who's a three-point specialist, Dick. Who's checked into the ball game for Coach Joe Dix.
He's had 10 threes in the last 2 games. 7 out of 11 in one of them.
Cheek spins. Gainesville has got it packed back in there, daring them to shoot from outside. Of course, if you give Hampton or Chapman a chance to shoot from outside, they may just do it.
Oh, my. No
Look
way.
at that.
Holy
smokes. You took the words right out of my mouth. Hampton's got 8.
That should be a 4-pointer.
And it's 11-10 East Hall. A.J. Johnson, nice feed to Sadler. Give A.J. the assist and Sadler the bucket. 12-11. Well, these teams have met already. Hampton pulls up from the iron. Wasn't long enough, Dick.
A rare miss there, and a rebound by A.J. Johnson,
who is probably averaging a double-double, isn't he?
Well, he's got 8.5 rebounds a game. And his first
was close
of this one.
Sadler blocked from behind by Sterling Bailey. Out of bounds, but it'll still be Gainesville basketball. And now a lot of substitutes come in. Javez Warren has come in. Trey Harrison is back in. Warren's number 11. Let's see, they've also got Deshaun Watson in, number 4 for Gainesville.
Watson is an outside threat. He's a freshman, 6'2" guard. He had 34 points against West Hall, 32 of them in the second half, Gary.
Brian Edwards is checked in for Joe Dix's Vikings as Trey Harrison can't handle a pass, fumbles it out of bounds. Edwards, I think, had 19 against Fannin last night, Dick. He wears number 25, 6'1" sophomore.
So they got some strength coming in, some scorers coming in off the bench.
I think both these teams are deep. Keemon Woods will bring it up. Gets it back. T.D. Teasley, number 34, also in. The tip is up by Edwards and no good, out of bounds. And it's off of A.J. Johnson, so it'll still be East Hall basketball. These teams to substitute so freely. Hampton is going to check back in, and number 40, Hayden Chapman, will take a seat. Woods will inbounds. Try to keep you abreast, but they're just almost every trip down the floor, you got somebody waiting to come in. Hampton gets it to Orr. Orr in the paint, spin. and he may be fouled.
They're going to get the bump on
well, 34. We'll have to check and see who that is. To Hampton from long range. No good. Rebounded by Woods to Orr. Back to Woods. Keemon for three. Yep. Well, we don't know who number 34 for Gainesville is, but we'll try to check that out in just a minute. Got a foul off down the floor. And the foul was on number 34. Like I said, we'll check and see who that is.
offensive foul going to be.
And a foul on Gainesville's Trey Harrison. That's his second, Dick. Team's third. East Hall's got 2 fouls. Keemon Woods to Orr. Orr spins. He missed a little 4-footer out of bounds. It'll be Gainesville basketball.
They said it was not blocked. That's your first thought that maybe somebody got a hand on it, but he just missed it.
Perry checks back in for East Hall. Edwards will take a seat. Losing the handle on it. Woods got the steal, just picked his pocket. Keemon Woods now has to kind of recover a little bit.
Hampton from way out, Gary.
Hampton again. That's 3 threes he's got, Dick. It's 17-12. Got to wrestle for the ball in the scrum. The possession era will favor the Vikings. Hampton, by my unofficial count, Dick's got 11 points already. We're not even close to the end of the first quarter. 2:30 to play.
Hitting him from outside. He is hot.
Perry to Hampton. Look at that. That was a little too long, maybe. Rebounded by Gainesville. Here comes Deshaun Watson. Watson. Got it off to Cantrell.
They're going to call an over
No
the
good.
back there on number 20, Sadler.
Team's fourth, his first. East Hall still holding at 2 team fouls as Dre Perry brings it up the court, and the Vikes by 5 as we head towards the 2-minute mark of the first period. Perry pulls up from the elbow. Nope. Rebounded by Johnson. Guarded by Chaz Cheeks. A couple of Division I football players. Tennessee and Tech, Georgia Tech going head-to-head. That's Mike Norman, who's going to be a preferred walk-on at Tennessee. Blocked by Bailey, but saved. The Elephants still got it. He took it to the hole.
And they're going to get Cantrell for an offensive foul.
Cantrell picks up the offensive foul as he went over the back to get the rebound. Coach Todd Cottrell there on the Gainesville sidelines. You got 1:36 left to play, and the clock will roll here in the first period. Gary Glenn, Dick Horde, Jimmy and Tracy Giles bringing you the action here on the Hall County Sports Television Game of the Week. Dre Perry drives, lays it off the glass, no good. Foul is called. And they're going to get him for an offensive foul. So Perry picks up his first and the team's third.
And you're getting substitutes with every whistle. And Gary, like you said earlier, just about every trip down the floor. So that's not going to be a priority to keep up with who's in and out.
Well, maybe between quarters you can run down there and see who number 34 for Gainesville is.
Sterling Bailey is taking a seat, and we will note that for East Hall.
East Hall's picked up full court. They got number 24, Jonathan Turk, with a mask on. Guarding Javez Warren, fumble the ball, and saved by Turk. Turk gets it off to Hayden Chapman. To Woods, and Chapman, who can bomb it for three, does. They're just eating them up with a three-point shot, 20-12. Nice lob pass from A.J. Johnson, but he was a little too far under. Cantrell back to Warren. Get it back under the basket. Shot is up and blocked. Kildrick Sadler, but it's also a foul on East Hall.
Keeman Wood's going to be whistled for the violation.
East Hall's fourth team foul. Sadler is no good on the first one. Holds at 4 points. He'll have another. Up and bricked them both. Rebounded by Turk. Bringing it up is Teasley to Woods now. Keemon at midcourt. Guarded by Javez Warren. Woods takes it to the edge of the lane. Big Brian Gerard pulls up. Nope, no good. Rebound and stick back. That was Braden Gerard who missed it, but Woods got the putback. Dick, he's got 5 points. A.J. Johnson brings it up. They've got a 10-point lead. A.J., another assist to Sadler. Sadler's got 6. Johnson's got about at least 3 assists and maybe 4. The big guy can just see the open man.
It's not who you expect to be bringing it up the court, Gary, as East Hall sending 4 players back in with 4.9 seconds left in the quarter.
Orr and Hampton and Perry and Bailey all come in, and Hayden Chapman stays in, number 40 underneath the basket. Orr to inbounds. Gets in the backcourt to Perry. Perry will take it to the top of the key, pull up for the jumper. No good at the buzzer. So the first period is in the books, and it's 22-14. East Hall leading Gainesville on the Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week.
This broadcast is made possible in part by the Lion's Den in the Goodwill Shopping Center in Oakwood, Hall County's family hair care professionals. Make an appointment or just drop by. Walk-ins are always welcome at the Lion's Den. Conditioned air systems. We keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Whenever you need us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And by North Georgia Video Productions and Hall County Sports Television. From weddings to dance recitals to football, basketball, wrestling, and more, we are your source for quality video production and local athletics on television.
Spicy chicken sandwich, now at Chick-fil-A.
Eat more chicken at your Chick-fil-A, located at the corner of Pearl Nicks Parkway and Shallowford Road.
Joe Dix, and we'd like to remind you that these games are brought to you in part by Tim Hoyt and Precision Pressure Wash and Painting Services. Handling residential, commercial, and industrial needs by Chick-fil-A. Don't forget to eat more chicken at your Chick-fil-A. And by Office Pros, school tools and office supplies. Office Pros on Browns Bridge Road. And they get it into Javez Warren to start the second period. Guarded by Perry. The lob pass to Johnson. Johnson looks for some help. Double team. Gets it back to Quan Holcomb. And we found out that number 34 is Chase England, Dick, right?
That's correct. Instead of 43. Basket and a foul. Shot is made by Cantrell.
I've got him with 6. We'll double check all of that at halftime and get the official book on that too. The foul was on Chapman, his first. And this one, Gainesville is not shooting well from the free throw line. Bailey with a rebound. Perry drives the lane, Puts up the shot, no good. It's a very physical ball game.
Johnson going to be whistled for the foul.
And at the free throw line will be Dre Perry.
We've had spurts, Gary, of very good defense, and then just some lapses where players have been given just lanes directly to the goal. On both sides.
Missed it. Rebounded by Orr. Orr whips it back over to Hampton. JC charges. So that's his first. Sixth team foul on East Hall. And now you see Watson inbound for the Red Elephants. Into Warren. Warren brings it up, hounded by Perry. Gainesville in red going from left to right across your television screen. A.J. Johnson, top of the key. Flips it over on the left side. And on the bank is Deshaun Watson.
No basket, though, Gary. They're going to call an offensive foul.
A lot of offensive fouls tonight, huh?
Definitely so, and a lot of turnovers. And outside of some excellent shooting by East Hall, it's been sort of a sloppy game, Gary. 6 turnovers for Gainesville, 3 for East Hall.
Daniel McCreevy got it into Perry. McCreevy just seeing his first action, a 6'3 sophomore. Spin is Perry. Perry short arms it. Rebound and stick back is by McCreevy. He's got 2. East Hall spreads the scoring around. Watson, this time with an acrobatic move, scores. And Hampton is going to pick up the foul, his second. Team 7th, but count the basket. Deshaun Watson, as Norman gets set to come back in for the Elephants, and Chapman for the Vikings. Watson will have a shot, making it a 3-point play, and does. Vikings bring it up the court. Here's Perry. Perry on the wing to McCreevy. McCreevy might have got away with a carry and spins and scores. He's got 4. Got the feed from Edwards, and now Gainesville walks with it.
Another turnover by Gainesville, this one by Watson.
Red Elephants lead it by 8. Well, rather the Vikings by 8. Get it, and Perry in the backcourt. Vikings on their home court here at Valhalla. Bounce pass from Edwards to Sterling Bailey. Sterling loses the handle on it, scramble for it. Looked like those 2 football players were trying to recover the fumble. And possession arrow will favor the Vikings. Cheeks will come back in for East Hall as Yodrick Sadler comes back in for the Red Elephants. East Hall 27, Gainesville 19. 6:12 to play here, second period. Gary Glenn, Dick Horde with you from courtside. And the long-range specialist has this one rim out on Chapman. Sadler got the rebound, hands off to Norman. Norman will bring it up the court in a hurry. Guarded by Chaz Cheeks. A couple of football players going head-to-head on the basketball court.
Showing some quickness for a big guy.
Norman down to big A.J. Johnson, too high. Cheeks was there for the rebound, and the foul is going to be whistled and called. Keemon Woods, away from the basket, is going to pick up a foul. Well, I already had him for a foul, but obviously I'm mistaken. It's Edwards who goes high for the rebound. Sadler has yet to hit a free throw, too. And a steal, Mike Norman. Norman short arms it. Tapped out to Perry. And credit Chapman with that. Perry looks for help. To Edwards for three. Yep. Brian Edwards has got 3 points. Norman drug his foot but stopped it just in time. And a feed to Sadler. Sadler with the finish, Cantrell with the assist. Sadler's got 8. Perry on the dribble. Thought about shooting, instead gets it down to Chaz Cheeks. Is going to be fouled by Norman. Norman sort of tied him up, didn't he? That's his first. And at the free throw line will be Chaz Cheeks. 6'4" senior center is good. He'll have another. It's a 10-point lead now for the Vikings as Orr comes back in, Bailey comes back in.
Well, Gainesville's been shooting poorly from the free throw line, and East Hall is not. Plus turnovers for Gainesville have been a factor.
On them both. He's got 2.
Really most of the difference in this game right now.
Going to have another turnover.
That's the 8th.
Trey Harrison was asking about that one, and one of his teammates said, no, just be quiet.
They're going to turn that one around.
Okay.
And I think that would be the proper call, is that it went off of East Hall. So take away that turnover, back to 7. And this press is giving Gainesville fits, Gary. They just having trouble even getting it in bounds at times.
They let A.J. Johnson bring it up. He's guarded by Bailey. Those guys may see one another on the football field, Dick. They throw it away. Another turnover to Gainesville because Sterling's going to Georgia and A.J.'s going to Tennessee. (32-21).
Of course, we have found out that it's a long way from getting recruited and signing to getting on the field.
That's exactly right. Orr with it now. Hands back off to Teasley, to Turk. Turk to Woods. Lob to Bailey. Hands back off to Woods for 3, back of the iron, no good. That's going to be off of Gainesville, I do believe. Or are they going to?
No, it'll be off of East Hall.
Wow, I thought it was Gainesville who tapped it, but somebody from East Hall must have laid a finger on it just as it went out of bounds. It'll be Red Elephant basketball. Sadler to inbounds. And again, East Hall is full court pressure.
And again, a turnover.
Orr intercepted it. Sterling Bailey pulls up. Nope. Rebounded by Gainesville. Turnover. Stolen away. That's Hampton with it. Holcomb had gotten the rebound, but then they turned it over. Now Joe Dix got the suit coat off. Dix is always very dapper. Hampton for a 3.
He averages 19 a game, 45% from three-point range, and they got to have a timeout.
Todd Cottrell wants and gets it. We'll go with him. 3:39 to play in the second, 35-21. East Hall, we're back in a moment. The Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week.
Open hearts, open minds, open doors. Let's consider that church is a menu of adventure. Let's consider that open is a verb instead of a noun, a word of action. What if church was less about Sunday and more about the other days of the week? Opening hearts, opening minds, opening doors. What if church wasn't just a place we go, but something we do?
I want to be part of a church where everybody feels that they have a role to play and a place to be and are welcomed, that there's something for everyone.
What if church wasn't just a building, but doors opening up a different experience that whoever knocks might find a journey to call their own?
We have people that come in t-shirts and blue jeans and flip-flops, and we do have our older generation that comes in ties and suits, and we want everybody to feel comfortable.
You know God is there because of the people that are there, and you want to enjoy that same feeling of fullness and freedom.
Let's rethink church. Then Sunday could be a day of reflection on all that we had accomplished Monday through Saturday. Then together, we can open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
My name is Lloyd Smith.
I'm Renee Barnett.
My name's Alan Cudd.
My name's Don Cooper.
My name is Mike Stewart, and I attend McKever Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill here in Oakwood, Georgia. We'd love for you to come join us.
This message has been brought to you by the people of the McKever Road United Methodist Church. Gary Cole, pastor.
Joe Dix talking it over. We'd like to remind you that our sponsors include Dave's Goodie Barn. What's there today may be gone tomorrow. 40 to 70% below regular retail price on Memorial Drive. The Car Store, easy to find them. Follow the road to good deals and great service between Gainesville and Beaufort at 5043 McKever Road in Oakwood. By G's Home Furnishings, fine home furnishings from top name brands. High on the hill in Dahlonega, but the lowest prices in the valley. And by McKever Road United Methodist Church, reaching out to our student community. Proud to support this program and all of our high school athletes. And we'll do one more, metal roofing sales. If you're tired of replacing those old shingles, call Metal Roofing Sales. Northeast Georgia's best in metal roofing supplies. Gary and Dick, Jimmy and Tracy. Justin's over here fooling with his iPhone. A.J. Johnson inbounds. Gets it into Sadler. Sadler looks for help, hands it off to Mike Norman. Norman is bothered by Perry, but spins and brings it into the forecourt. And then has it slapped away. Teasley comes away with it. Bounce pass to Hampton. Back to Teasley. Teasley hands off to J.C. Uses a screen by Bailey, but doesn't shoot. To Orr. Orr takes it, shoots, and scores. Dick, they're scoring from inside and outside now. And that's a deadly combination when you're playing East Hall.
They are
37-21.
absolutely in control of the game right now.
Earlier, the East Hall girls won 52-37. We expect to have Coach Joey Ryder of the Lady Vikings on at halftime. Sadler from just inside three-point line. So Sadler with a long two. He's got double figures. He's got 10. 37-23. Hampton looks back, gets the play from Joe Dix. He'll pull up and just take the three. Unbelievable.
There's nothing more disheartening for a defense than to just have a guy not even pull up to the three-point line, come up within 30 feet. He's 5 feet almost outside of the three-point line.
A.J. Johnson drove the lane and got fouled.
It just means there's so much more of the court, Gary, you have to guard, and that does open up the inside game. Everything working for East Hall right now.
Bailey's got two. A.J. Johnson at the free throw line. He's got 2 points. I've got him for, Dick, 2.
And again, Gary, the free throw shooting for Gainesville, not helping them out at all.
I'll tell you how many. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They've attempted 8. I think they've hit maybe 3 out of 8. Just roughly glancing at what I've got written down here.
That was
that one off to the left. Didn't hit rim or anything. Wow. Sometimes it's just not your night. You can't make a dollar, you know.
And then sometimes you can't miss. That basket looks like it's huge up there.
Chapman with it now for the Vikings. Hayden Chapman off to Woods. Woods between the circles. To Chapman. Hampton. Don't let him open when he crosses half court. That's another long one. Holy smokes. Can you believe this? What an exhibition.
Wow. Wow.
Chapman went for the steal, didn't get it.
Gainesville's 20 down, and they got to find something right here before halftime because they look flat. You can just see the emotion all taken out of their faces, Gary.
It's like you say, though. I mean, when he pulls up from 25, 30 feet away and just knocks it down, what are you going to do?
Not much defense against the 30-footer.
Got another foul on East Hall. Foul will come on J.C. Hampton, his third. A.J. Johnson just missed 2 free throws, missed the second one very badly. And he is 0 for 3 from the stripe, holding at 2 points. That happened back in the first quarter.
Well, Gainesville's going to have something good developed for them in the next minute and a half, or this is a rout. Finally, A.J. does hit one.
He's got 3. 24-43. Perry on the dish. Perry on the assist. Braden Gerard, the sophomore center, with the finish. They are spreading the love around, the Vikings are. Look at our score sheet here. A.J. Johnson in the paint. He tries to get the dish to Sadler instead of whistling a foul with 1:06 left to play in the half. Joe Dix is really working on Greg Norton over there. I mean, Joe coaches the same way, whether he's behind by 3 or ahead by 20. Johnson rims it out. Well, Dick, if it got down to it, we know who we'd foul tonight, don't we?
A.J. not having a good night at the line.
He is 1 out of 5. 1 out of 6. The rebound is
McCreary
by
with
East Hall's McCreevy.
McCreevy, yep.
Who gets the ball back from Woods. Hands off to Perry.
They're in shooting range there, Gary.
you know, you think that's silly, but the way they've been hitting them tonight, it's true. Woods instead, though, takes it to the hole. East Hall is clicking on all cylinders. Javez Warren will try to bank one in and instead charges.
Well, you can see it. You don't have to look at the uniform to see who's playing for who, and just by looking at the expressions right now. And this press has worn Gainesville down. You see them breathing hard. There's some hands. AJ's got his hands on his hips. But he's been out on the court most of the game.
Perry.
It has been fast and furious.
Guarded by A.J. Johnson. Trying for the last shot, obviously. 10 seconds, now less. Pulling up for 3 is Perry. Rebounded by Gainesville. Deshaun Watson, they'll just throw it the length of the court. And that'll do it for the first half. 47-24. East Hall firmly in control of this one for the Nonce. We're back with our halftime in just a moment. The Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week.
Hey, it may be wintertime, but you still need to take care of the home place, and Precision Pressure Wash and Painting Services is just the company to do it. While pressure washing is their specialty, Precision Pressure Washing and Painting Services also offers many other great home improvement services that will benefit you. They live up to their name and complete each of these tasks with precision the first time around. These services include deck repairs, deck staining, water sealing, floor coatings with concrete staining and epoxy applications, gutter cleaning, window washing, siding repair, window replacement and removal, door repair, sheetrock installation and repair. In fact, no job is too small for them to handle. They've served the residents of Hall County and surrounding areas since 1992. That's Precision Pressure Washing and Painting Services. For questions, a free estimate, or to request a service, please phone 770-536-3824 or 678-316-4554.
This broadcast is made possible in part by Metal Roofing Sales. If you're tired of replacing those old-fashioned shingles, check out Metal Roofing in Dawsonville. Let them be your metal roofing specialists. By the offices of Dr. Brad Dixon, next to Lanier Park Hospital, experts in sedation dentistry. By Rucksack Military Surplus. Drop by and enjoy their selection of police and military supplies, boots, clothing, uniforms, flags, collectible pins, and more. Just off Brownsbridge Road in Gainesville, next to Ryan's Restaurant. By Georgia Trophy, official supplier of our Player of the Game plaques as well as Hall County Sports Television's seasonal and yearly awards. By McEver Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill in Oakwood, wishing all of our athletes the best in 2011. McEver Road United Methodist Church, dedicated to changing our community and the world through the gospel of Jesus Christ. And by North Georgia Video Productions and Hall County Sports Television. From weddings to dance recitals to football, basketball, wrestling, and more, we are your source for quality video production and local athletics on television.
47-24, East Hall leading Gainesville here on the Hall County Sports Television Game of the Week. I'm Gary Glenn, and joining us now, Coach Joey Ryder, whose East Hall girls had a big 57-32 victory earlier. And Joey, that has to be a big win for you. It's a rivalry game, not a league game, of course, but Gainesville program is the reputation, of course, Sterling statewide. Anytime you can beat Gainesville, it's a good game.
Well, and on top of that, we have split with them already previously. We lost to them at their place and then beat them in Lanierland, so this was kind of the swing game.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we approached it. And then, you know, anytime you get Gainesville and East Hall together, probably one of the biggest rivalries in North Georgia, obviously. So it is a good win, and hopefully that momentum will carry into tournament time next week.
I want to talk to you a little bit about that because, you know, you kind of thought that was going to happen with Lanierland. But, Joey, is it fair to say you've been just a little bit inconsistent this year?
We have been inconsistent, but I will say this as well. Our region's pretty tough. We've got some good basketball teams in that 8AA region, Fannin and Rabun and Union. I mean, we haven't played consistently all year, and that really starts on the offensive end. We've had a hard time shooting the basketball and had too many turnovers. Shot it a little better tonight, but our turnovers weren't bad tonight, and that's why we scored 57 points. But in league play, we've really struggled offensively, and that's why we've been inconsistent.
Who else? Is it anybody's game now as you head down the stretch toward tournament time?
Well, in our region for girls, I really think there are 6 of us that can win the region.
How about that?
The sad part of that is 2 of us aren't going to make it to the state tournament. But there's about 6 of us out of 13 that I think are pretty neck and neck as far as talent. And on a given night, one team shoots it better than the other. You know, the 6th team could beat the 1st team. So it's going to be really exciting down the stretch.
Well, you had a few people have been able to hang your hat on this year. Jasmine Jenkins has always been very consistent for you, and there have been a couple of others that have stepped up at times.
Well, Jazz has done a really good job as of late not turning it over. There was a stretch there where she got to having too many turnovers, and Morgan is starting to come on a little bit offensively. She went through a stretch there where she slumped shooting the ball, and she's starting to come on. If we can get some other kids out there to shoot the basketball the way they can, in a game situation, and that's the biggest thing. We shoot it well at practice, but in a game situation, we've got to have some other kids step up and make some shots. Obviously, we've got some candidates to do that in Holly Lester and Taylor Bishop and, several others. Natalie Johnson, Kelsey Allen. We can name 4 or 5, but somebody's got to do it in a game situation, and that's what we've lacked this year.
Obviously, that's the key because the defense is pretty consistent. It's been that way all year.
Defensively, we've played well. Since about Lanierland. We played really well at Lanierland defensively and realized we could be a good defensive team. but we have up and down offensively, and we've got to find some other kids to make shots.
Well, speaking of Lanier Land, we finally got this for you. You've got our player of the game at Lanier Land that particular night, and I think she was player of the tournament, wasn't she? The MVP?
She was the MVP.
Jasmine Jenkins. I've got one for you and one for her and one for the school.
I will accept it on her behalf, and I can tell you I am sure she is extremely happy to receive this award.
All right, thank you very much. Joy Ryder, East Hall. All right, Dick Hoare and I are going to come back with the stats of the first half in just a moment. You're watching the Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week.
Welcome to another season of Extreme Christian Outdoors. Travel along with Jeff Deaver and the guys as they bag wild boar, deer, and ram.
Yeah, baby. Look away, Kyle.
Have a laugh with Mater and Phil. It's outdoors like you've never seen it before on Extreme Christian Outdoors. Look for it on this channel.
Mountain View Auto Repair is your local full-service auto repair shop. Trusted with your vehicles for over 20 years, our experience will ensure that your vehicle will stay well-maintained year-round. You can trust our experts in everything from transmissions to brakes to engine repairs and oil changes. So visit owner Danny Hammock and his staff of professionals at 3365 Mountain View Road in Gainesville, or give them a call at 770-535-7278. That's Mountain View Auto Repair for your complete auto service.
Sports action, weddings, corporate training films, grand openings, aerial videography, corporate employee safety films, real estate, installation, music videos, scripts, satellite uplinks, and corporate television commercials are just a few of the services our company offers, from planning to final project. We're a full-service production company. If you want it on film, there's only one company to call. North Georgia Productions, a full-service production company with one-on-one editing capabilities for our clients. Call 770-297-0528 and let us mail you a demo of our work. That's 770-297-0528, or just send us email at northgaproductions@charter.net.
Gary Glenn, Dick Hoare back with you. It is 47-24, East Hall leading Gainesville at the half. And Dick, it has been a three-point spree for the East Hall Vikings.
Well, they're hitting, several of them are hitting from outside of three. It's hard to defend against that. Gainesville's had trouble with that, and they've also had trouble just getting the ball up the court, Gary, against the press. They got 11 turnovers in the game. They're also not performing well at the free throw line. They're 4 out of 13 from the free throw line, which, that's not, it's a 23-point deficit, but that might, you might at least have it a little more respectable if you're hitting that and not turning the ball over.
Leading the way for the Vikings, J.C. Hampton with 20, most of them on three-point shots, but they've spread it around. A lot of people have scored for the Vikings. Keelan Woods with 7, Dre Perry with 4, Chaz Cheeks has got a couple, Ryan Edwards with 3, Hayden Chapman with 3, Chris Orr with 2, Daniel McCreevy with 4, and Braden Gerard with 2. So, as I said, a lot of people for East Hall scoring. Leading the way for the Red Elephants is Keldrick Sadler with 10 points. Shaquan Cantrell's got 6, A.J. Johnson 3, Deshaun Watson 3, excuse me, Mike Norman with 2, Luke Moore with 2. And that's about it. Anything jump out at you for its rebounds?
Well, rebounds, no. It's there haven't been that many rebounds in this game. East Hall has been putting the ball in the hole, so there's not a lot for Gainesville. Nobody has more than 2 that we've counted. But then the same way for East Hall, nobody with more than 2 rebounds. Nobody dominating in this game on the boards. Of course, they're playing a lot of people. So
that's right. Well, we've got another whole half to go, though. Let's see if Todd Cottrell at halftime has got an answer for this barrage of three-point shots that East Hall has put up on them. 47-24. That's the score at half. We got the second half to come right here on the Hall County Sports TV Game of the Week.
Smith's Cleaning of South Hall has many services to offer businesses throughout Hall County and the surrounding areas. No matter how small or how large your projects are, we can help. Smith's Cleaning of South Hall has 2 large industrial riding scrubbers that are available to clean, manufacturing, and or warehouse floors. Call Smith's Glencoe South Hall at 770-531-1533 for a free estimate.
There are hundreds of options when choosing apparel or promotional items at J. Geyer Advertising and the Trophy Case. We're all about quality and competitive pricing. Sports items are in stock. Look for special pricing on Letterman jackets, corporate apparel, corporate gifts, and custom embroidery. All local high schools should check out the line of spiritware and trophies. We're also offering custom screen printing available for any team sport. Be on the winning side when you choose J. Geyer Advertising and the Trophy Case, locally owned and operated at 250 Dawsonville Highway, Gainesville. Call 770-718-0062 or on the web at jgeyer.com and trophycaseltd.com.
Covenant Connections Church is a 21st century church committed to inspiring a positive change in your life and in your community by promoting a desire to please God and by ministering to the entire family. Experience interactive praise and worship along with relevant, inspiring, and challenging messages from the Word of God at Covenant Connections Church. There is a place for you.